Hello and welcome, friends. Welcome to another episode of the mini series where I celebrate 1 year of YouTube activity by showing you all my current collection. This time, this episode is dedicated to a quite large German producer, SOENNECKEN. Maybe you are not familiar with the SOENNECKEN brand because this brand it is one of the oldest German producers. It was founded in the late 19th century, but unfortunately it had to close its gates at the beginning of the 1960s because of poor sales that were attributed to the revolution brought by the ballpoint pen that simply swiped all the market and affected lots of fountain pen producers. Unfortunately, Shonaken didn't keep up with the trend of the ballpoint pen and it suffered the consequences. So practically, it went bankrupt in the 1960s and it had to close its gates. I want to tell you a little bit of the history of Shonaken. So Shonaken was a great player in the German market, and they were known for their office supplies, and they were such a big firm that they delivered also the furniture of the offices. I have here a piece, and we have Shonaken, Bonn. So they were based in Bonn, and this is a quite nice piece in my collection. It punches holes in the paper like this. So you press on this and you put the paper here, and it punches two holes. Here we have a reservoir where there you can take out the little rounded leftovers. What can I say? This is one of the many products that the Shonaken delivered to the market. Of course, they produced also fountain pens. I have here a fountain pen from the 1940s, a beautiful Shonaken in this celluloid. It's not a large fountain pen, but you can see quite a nice little pen. You can see here the wooden cork at the end of the ink window. This is a piston filler, and it has a wonderful steel nib. Shown again, and you can see a crown with 3 points. 1, 2, 3. This is a wonderful steel nib, and one of my favorite steel nibs in the collection. It has a little oblique size to it. I think it's an oblique medium or an oblique fine nib. This is a wonderful product of the 1940s from my collection. But guys, I'm proud now to show you my Grail Fountain Pen. And my Grail Fountain Pen is the Shonaken 111 Extra. Extra means the size, so this is the largest size of this model. And what can I tell you about this model? This model was launched at the beginning of the 1950s, and it was specially produced to directly compete with the Mont Blanc 146 model. Indeed, it has the same size as the 146, and if you are interested in a side-by-side comparison, just look in my videos, because I did a direct battle between those two fountain pens. Indeed, it comes in this wonderful celluloid, and this is a herringbone um, quite dark shade, because I have another model that is in the same pattern of the herringbone, but it is in a light color. And I hope you can see, guys. Yes. So I was fortunate enough to buy this around December in 2020, and it was my perfect Christmas gift. I bought them as a set, and I'm quite pleased with them. This is the mechanical pencil, and it's Schonecken number 11. And this, guys, like I said, it is my Grail Fountain Pen. What can you see? Well, you can see a clip, a wonderful clip with this art deco look. It has 7 faces, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it is a wonderful clip. It is functional, and this fountain pen was equipped with an interesting piston filler mechanism, the so-called click piston filler mechanism. It is a special designed feature that has 2 steps. So the first steps, you turn it around till you hear a click, and after that you will fill it with ink. So guys, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with this system yet, and I don't want to break it. I am still searching for someone to help me to see if this is a functional system, because look, I can take it off, but now I don't know how to operate it. But nevertheless, look at this wonderful nib. So I was talking when I told you about the steel nib that it had the crown with 3 points, and this has the crown with 5 points. It means luxury. It means that this is quite high quality gold nib made by Shonecken. 14 karat 5.5. Guys, I like 2 things about this nib. I like this patina. This is wonderful patina. And I like this point. This is a double broad oblique nib, and it writes like a dream. It is, I'm sorry of the expression, it is like a wet dream, but don't think of foolish things. Wet dreams, because it is a juicy nib, and yes, it is a wet dream of ink. Shonecken always on the back at those models, they imprint the size of the nib, and this is in wonderful condition. It has another imprint, so it appears that this belonged to an institution, Bundesadressbucher. So I'm not so sure about this address book or something like that. I'm not so sure. The institution. And I will show you another thing in a few moments. In 2021, at the beginning of the year, I had the opportunity to buy this nib and this cap. So they were auctioned at a site, the internal Romanian site, like a Craigslist or something like that. But they were advertised just this and this. And at a quite a decent price, I believe, 90 or 100 euros. I'm not so sure, 110 euros, let's say. And when I saw it, I immediately phoned the seller, and the seller told me quite a interesting story. So this fountain pen was in a wonderful shape, like my Grail shape. But unfortunately, it had a little problem with the piston, and the seller tried to I don't know exactly what he tried to do. Maybe try to open the piston. But unfortunately, this is the result. So it broke. I don't know if I have all the pieces of the puzzle, but I'm not so sure that it could ever be, let's say, glued or repaired. But not a problem. I said to him, okay, I will give you 130, 140. So we negotiated to also include this barrel and all the parts that he had. Interesting that this is from other institution. Why did I bought it, guys, in this condition? Well, I bought it because it is a rare fountain pen, and sincerely, I bought it only for this nib, this beautiful nib. And let me tell you why I did that. If there are out there pelican collectors, then you are familiar with this procedure. So I simply turn the nib of my Holy Grail fountain pen, and you can see it turns quite nice. Again, you can notice the patina. I will simply put it here, and now I can fit this nib to the body of my fountain pen, and I have a beautiful gold nib. This time, okay, this time an M nib. So this was the reason, guys, that I bought this nib and the body of the fountain pens. I said, why not? So I think that I can fit this light cap to my original barrel. And now in this lighting, you can see the difference between the light one and the dark one. Celluloid, a wonderful material, and a wonderful fountain pen. And this, guys, is a rare fountain pen. Because you must know, although it is competed with the Mont Blanc 146, it didn't have commercial success. So they are quite scarce. They are also in a lady size and another medium size. But they are quite nice fountain pens, and I'm quite proud of them. I spent quite a large sum of money to acquire them, but they are wonderful. They are wonderful writing instruments. So, guys, this was my review of my small collection of SOENNECKEN related products, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I want to wish you to have a nice day wherever you are. Please subscribe to my channel to support my activity. I will see you again at the next episode. Till then, bye bye, and please take care of yourselves.